Hello fellow geeks and welcome back to Running Geek Girl. My name is Heather, the Running Geek Girl, and I'm glad you're here today because it's time for part 4 in our series of Couch to 5K app reviews. Now in case you've missed parts 1 through 3, I'm going to have them linked down in the description below so you can catch up on what you've missed. Part 1, we talked about some of the older and more well-known Couch to 5K apps. In part 2, we talked about some of the ones that have been the most awarded apps in the industry today. And in part 3, we talked about some apps that do things just a little differently from the other apps. Today in part 4, we're going to be talking about some apps that feature coaches that are pretty well known within the running world. So let's go ahead and get started. The first app we're going to be talking about today is called Run with Hal, and it's made by Peakswear. The coach featured in this app is Hal Higdon. He's fairly well known within the running world. He's been coaching and mentoring people for over 50 years now. Amongst other books, he is the author of Marathon, the Ultimate Training Guide, and he's been a contributing writer at Running World since 1966. Many people have used Hal Higdon's programs to help approach their first 5K, 10K, half marathon, marathon. He's fairly well known throughout the running world as being able to create plans that will work for the novice. This app will personalize your schedule based off of your running routine, your fitness level, and your overall schedule, what days you have available to run and not to run. As you're using this app can also change the schedule based off of your increase in fitness and the changing of your goals. The app even adapts to when you are not available to run, say because of a vacation, a business trip, anything like that. It will pause your schedule and tell you where to pick back up. Each workout tells you how fast you need to be going, how long you need to be going, and you'll even get daily tips from Hal Higdon. All you have to do is enter your goal event up to 8 weeks away, and the app will build a plan based off of helping you reach that goal. At the end of each run, it'll ask you to log how you felt and what effort that you put in order to give you suggestions on how to best upgrade your goals. This app is free to download, but once you've downloaded it and you've entered all of your information, to actually use the app to log all of your runs and your workouts, you have to upgrade to a better subscription plan. Now, you can continue using it for free and just look at the overall plan that it has set up for you and use it that way. However, if you wanted to actually time and track your runs and your progress, then you'll have to pay for a subscription. The subscription is $6.99 for 1 month, $35.99 for a 6-month plan, or you can use it for an entire year for $59.99. Now this is a little bit on the pricey side, especially when you consider that a lot of people will just look up Hal Higdon's basic training plans for free because they're available online. So a lot of people have chosen to go that route instead. If you are in the middle of a plan and you are needing to adjust it due to time constraints, having to change your schedule or whatnot, you will have to have the subscription in order to make any adjustments to your original plan. Many first-time users have also noticed that it does not notify you when you have completed a mile, so a lot of times if you are having to do a run for a specific number of miles, you will have to continually check your phone or else use a separate tracker in order to know when you have completed that amount for the day. And quite a few first-time users have noticed that this is not exactly an easy app to use, that it can be fairly confusing in trying to get it to set up. Many people have had a lot of success using Hal Higdon's methods, so this may be something that you want to check into if you have the funds available to use a subscription. If not, then I would suggest looking up his plans that are available for free online and just trying to do it that way. Our second app we're going to be taking a look at is Easy 5K Run Walk Run featuring Jeff Galloway, and it's by Lolo. Many people are familiar with Jeff Galloway as he is legendary within the running world. He was part of the big marathon running wave back when America was a world leader in marathoning. He ran with Steve Prefontaine, and for the past 30 years, he has been a coach and trainer helping people achieve their goals and get to the finish line no matter what distance that they want to complete. I've met him on several occasions, and he is genuinely one of the nicest people that you will ever meet. Jeff has run over 130 marathons over his career and still manages to knock out about 7 marathons every year. His books have sold over 1 million copies. He has a lot of information that's available. The thing that he is best known for is creating a program in which you use run, walk, run intervals in order to complete the length of a race. You will run for a certain amount, then walk for a certain amount to recover, and then run again. This is because your body uses different muscles when you run than when you walk, and this allows both muscles to take a break and to get used. It's meant to get you to the finish line in a less stressful manner. His 5K program takes 7 weeks to complete, and it has 2 settings, one for if you're running in 5K for the first time, and a second setting for if you have run a 5K before and you're looking to improve your time. This one includes more speed drills and acceleration drills and things like that in order to help build up your strength and help you achieve a little more speed. This app is made to work both with a GPS and on the treadmill as well. There is a setting that allows you to increase the accuracy of the GPS. If you do it within a certain number of meters, then it's a little more accurate on the GPS tracking. If you set it going the other direction, then it's a little more accurate depending on movement, and that's a lot more useful for if you're using it on a treadmill. Now, the app does come with quite a few settings that you can use as far as your run walk intervals, such as 1 minute running, 1 minute walking. Sometimes it's 2.5 minute running to 30 seconds of walking. There's a lot of preset intervals that are in there, and there are a lot of settings in there for the pace that you would like to take. However, it's somewhat limited. There's not a way for you to customize it, and so if those particular intervals don't work for you, then this may not be the app that you'll need to use. One thing that you can do within the app, though, is even in the middle of a workout, if you find that you're going just a little bit too fast, a little bit too slow, if the intervals are off, you can adjust those intervals and the pace during the workout, and the app itself will respond. Jeff will give you a cue in your ear letting you know that the app understands and that you're going to be speeding up, slowing down, whatever change you need to make. The app also features a whole lot of coaching from Jeff himself. There's a lot of pre-recorded coaching tips that he gives you throughout the course of your workout, and so you can change the frequency on how often you want to hear those. This app also features beat sync technology, which is something that the Lolo apps are very proud of. This takes the music from your playlist and adjusts the beat to go at the tempo that you need to be running. Since scientific studies have shown that some people are better running if they have a beat to run along to, then this is something that's utilizing that. It's taking your music and putting it at the tempo that you need to be running. It speeds up when you need to be running faster, and it slows down when you need to be going slower or when you're supposed to walk. Speaking of music, the app itself does come with 15 pre-recorded tracks that you can download that are high energy, exercise type workout music that you can use. The downside is if you would like to use your own music, they do not allow third-party music to be played through the app. So if you have tracks, say in iTunes, that you have paid for and downloaded, then it will allow you to build a playlist using those. However, if they are just ones that you typically stream, you're not able to play those through the app. You can't play podcasts, Spotify, Pandora, anything like that through the app. You would have to play that separately, which makes it harder to hear the coaching because it does not adjust the music volume so that you can hear the coaching telling you when to run, when to walk, and what to do next. In addition to that, if you're going to listen to something in a separate app, then you have to change your settings so that your phone will not lock itself, and that does tend to drain the battery fairly quickly. Now, this app is $2.99 to download, and that's really the only cost that you'll ever have for downloading this. However, a lot of people have said that this is not exactly the most user-friendly app, and I will admit that in my using it, it's taken quite a learning curve to kind of figure out how everything works. There's lots of buttons, lots of things that you can adjust, and it can be rather confusing for someone that's not really wanting to spend a whole lot of time figuring out how to use the app. So if you're looking for something that's just very easy and simple to use, this may not be the one for you. In fact, quite a few people have pointed out that you could easily and more cheaply download an interval timer, and that way you can customize it for yourself and you'll still get the same results. So if you're looking for something somewhat easy to use, this may not be the one. However, if you don't mind taking the time to learn how to use it, if you're fine with running without music or with not running with third-party apps trying to play in the background. And if you would like to listen to Jeff's coaching, because he does do a really good job letting you know what to do next, then definitely download this app. It's one that I've used for a lot of long runs in order to get ready for a half marathon. And like I said, I did have quite a learning curve trying to figure it out, but once you figure it out, it's fairly easy to use. So there you have it. There are 2 more apps that you can look at if you are trying to make the jump from couch to 5K. If you found this video helpful, make sure that you give us a thumbs up and let me know in the comments what you would like to learn about next. Be sure to follow me on social media. You can find all of my links in the description box below. You can find me across most platforms under the name Running Geek Girl. I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad that you tuned in for this. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, because I've got more videos coming out soon. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you next time. Happy running. What is it I'm trying to say? I don't know.